Okay, this episode was sad. So I got to try to lighten this review up because, dude, it took me out. So I'm like, oh, shoot. It was heavy. It went back to Doc Rivers, who's the coach of the basketball team. It was a lot of racism. And the thing is, I'm happy because it showed a lot of underhanded racism and thoughism. Like, it's the slap in the face that you don't see normally. And I'm glad that they showed this because, baby, they use these black faces to get in certain positions and they treat them like garbage. They use a black face to get other black people in. That's just what it is. And I'm glad that they actually for real showed this mess in the NBA. So it starts off with Doc Rivers and he's like daydreaming about his past and when the Rodney King incident happened, because he was making money. He was making money. He was living good. He was eating good. He had this house in the suburbs and he has a white wife. But now he want to be all mad because of the Rodney King incident and then he want to get home. You don't understand me. And it's like, it's a little bit too late because your wife got some black kids now. She has a black little boy. So y'all gonna have to figure this out. You can't just be lashing out now or you know what you married. Y'all gonna have to figure this out. Because now it's like, you understand what I'm saying? And the father's like, listen, you got to calm that down. But the father, he just want to be down. He's happy the way he lives and stuff like that. So he's like, don't you do no boycotting. Don't you open your mouth. Don't you take the food off of our plates. Which is a real big, like, situation. Because they was like, and you know, they threw an uppercut at Michael Jordan. They was like, oh, you don't see Michael Jordan doing that? Which you don't. I love the underhanded jabs they throw, but you got to really be sitting there to catch that mess. But it fast forwards to V. So V is broke. She is just trying to get by. She got in trouble for shoplifting at like a Target or something. The chick got busted for trying to get like a little sunshine dress from the place. The girl who she cursed out last week, who V said that she is now better than, this was the introduction to the girl. Now, the girl is the one that introduced her into the high-end life and meeting not millionaires, but billionaires. I like the way they told that story too, because it was like, baby, she was like, come to a party, and she gave V the ticket to the party. So V is like, oh, okay. They picked these girls up in a Sprinter van. So it's like, dude, this ain't no private house. We gonna round all you girls up and drop you all off. And it was a LA party mansion for real. I mean, I think that it's a lot more rough stuff that goes on, but you know, they had definitely the rooms going on and everybody was doing everybody. This is not a kiddie review. Everybody was doing everybody. And V is like, oh my gosh, you got me here. Why am I here? And the girl was like, listen, you have to pay to play. This is how you get into Hollywood. Mind you, V wanted to be on Flavor Love. So she was ready to be kissing those lips. She was ready to do whatever she needed to do. And they keep saying it's based off of a true story. So this girl was Flav, really? Okay. Anyway, so she's at this party and she meets this guy. I think he's one of like the managers or he's something in the Clippers. So he has his money going on and he was throwing a party and she was like, oh, you know, seducing him. You could have someone that looks good on your and go out with, and you don't have to have the pressure of feeling uncomfortable, because he threw the party and his teeth was falling out. Why V put that mess in her pocketbook and took it home like a souvenir? Your girl she been lost her marbles before this mess happened. Yo. Really? Instead of her going back home in a Sprinter van, he paid for her to go home in a real taxi ride. Your girl V was all the way hooked up and V already started, oh, I'm not making it to work tomorrow. That's how she started. Now let's get back to Shelly. Hey, Suburbia. Suburbia, he be in my comments and he was like, he loves Shelly because she is not leaving her man. Even though he is horrible, he is racist. She's like, till death do us part. She is trying to ignore all the red flags. And it's really hard to do because, dude, your husband is a billionaire. There is pictures, there are letters, there's receipts. He's buying women houses. Like, this ain't nothing new to your girl. So Shelly is trying to backpedal, doggy paddle. She is trying to not hear the BS. However, it keeps coming and there is proof. Her husband bought this girl a house and everything else, and he gets mad at the girl because they broke up, and he's like, I want my gifts back. So Shelly is like, we're gonna file a suit. She was like, oh, she was a prostitute. She extorted him. She was this, she was that. You know, everything was all good. But they started playing the tape a little bit more. The girl is like, he got mad because I couldn't have his baby. We were supposed to have kids and a family. She was upset that day. And then she found out this guy, your boy Donald Sterling, dude, he had an apartment complex and he was racially discriminating. He was trying to get all the black people out. And this one lady he was trying to get out, she had to leave with feces and everything else because they would not fix her plumbing because they wanted her to get upset and leave. So Shelly finds all of this mess out, but she's still my man. The lady became so ill mentally and physically that she passed away. So the lawsuit is on Donald Sterling. And of course, he's like, I am not settling this. We riching over here. He's like, who's going to stop me? All my friends are rich. Like, this is no accountability. That is a very scary thing. At some point, you got to get miserable because it's like, dude, it's all good. People that do miserable things like that always get their karma. It might not seem like it. It might not play out in the public. But dude, it is no happiness that comes from this and laying on your ass all day. Like, and that's not even the worst part. Well, never mind. It's all worse. We're going to add another layer onto this. So Elgin is a general manager and they have been treating him like garbage. The whole time. They used him as a blackface, which gets me to thinking, was this the same deal that Jay-Z took when, you know, they opened up the Barclays Center in New York and we were like, black owned, and he owned like 0.00008% of it, like no ownership, and then he's not even in it anymore, period. But we thought Barclay was like something out of a black history. Nope. That was to keep us quiet and keep us praising them turning Brooklyn area into the new Manhattan. I like this. I love it. I love it because they're going there. They're showing you how they strategically place black faces in front of stuff. So Elgin was like, listen, I am saying y'all discriminated against me. He was like, the reason y'all have a black general manager, which there was probably none other than him or maybe like one or two other people, but he specifically said the reason y'all made me the general manager so that y'all can keep paying these black people little bit of money. And they're here because we got a black general manager. If it don't get no crappier than this, we get into the good, bad, and ugly on The Clipped. How about when the case was all said and done, they threw Elgin's case right on out and he had to live with this heartbreak. So I'm glad they are shining a light. And the episode came out right before Juneteenth. So listen, hit that subscribe because we are growing. Thank you guys. Yo, this show was deep. So I tried to like do some upbeat stuff because that thing had me in my feelings. But anyway, like, comment. We gonna chat down below in these comments. I'll see you later.